Another daily segment, the Daily Spin. That's where we get to talk to writers, reporters, two of my favorites, historians as well. Steve Flink, the Flinkster, you all know him, and Ubaldo Scanagatta, a remarkable Italian journalist for how many years? How long have you been in business, tennis business?
I cannot remember. Too many.
Too many.
43 Wimbledon in a row, 43 and a half, because also the Olympic Wimbledon of Murray.
Oh, right.
So 43.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
So you have known Fabio Fognini for how long? Because shouldn't he be able to explain this guy better than anybody?
That's what I said to him yesterday, Mary.
So explain him to me.
He's the only one who can explain.
Not even Flavia Pennetta can explain Fabio Fognini.
That's his wife.
Yesterday, yes, the wife, she said, sometimes he behaves like an idiot. I mean,
Sometimes. All right, this is Fabio being, how can we say it, Ubaldo? He's being, what, Italian? He talks, and we're playing Italian music, by the way, you should know, as this is going on. I mean, what is he like? I don't understand. I mean, he's entertaining most of the time, but what is he doing out there? Is he crazy? Is he smart? What is he like when you've known him forever?
Yeah, well, what Fognini seems on court is not exactly what is outside of the court.
What is he like that I don't understand?
Yeah, well, first of all, I must say that as an Italian, I don't like very much his outfit. I mean, 10,000 colors. I mean, it's like Harlequin, you know?
It is like a Harlequin, yes, a clown.
A little clown. So exaggerating a bit. Well, but he has fantasy. I mean, have you seen many times a player who goes next to a linesman, takes off his glasses and he puts it on his head?
Right.
And then he says, these American rules. I mean, why they send me a penalty point? I mean, I don't deserve it.
Yeah, he blames my country for his actions. Yeah. I mean, you have to cover him. I want to ask you about this too. You have had to cover him. There must be times that you write about him in a critical way, and then you're in the doghouse. How do you balance that?
I balance it very badly because he doesn't talk to me most of the times. Well, I mean, depending, he changes his mood very easily. So if you write that he was insulting his father or his clan, like it happened in Monte Carlo when he played Tsonga, then for a few days he doesn't talk to you anymore. But you have to write what you see. I mean, and so it's very difficult to relate with him, to be honest. It has always been difficult for all journalists to relate with the players of their own country.
Of course.
The Swedish journalists couldn't talk to Björk.
That's crazy.
I mean,
exactly.
And can you imagine in Italy? I mean, even more. I mean, the Chilean couldn't talk to Marcelo Rios.
Well, nobody could talk to Rios. But you've never had that problem. You don't write in a way that people come at you, do they?
No, very rarely.
Very rarely.
Fortunately, I'm not in Ubaldo's shoes, though. I mean, I'm not covering somebody from this country who couldn't even begin to compare to Fognini.
Right, exactly. But can we talk about...
McEnroe, maybe.
Oh, well, that's true.
That's true.
And actually, I did write one. I did.
As a super brat?
Well, I wrote some critical articles that I don't think he was terribly happy about. And,
I've been in everybody's dog.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's go back to last year. Flavia Pennetta winning here. I mean, Steve, weren't you surprised first of all, that she was playing Vinci?
Right.
And that she was able to come up with this win?
Oh, well, I thought what the two of them did was spectacular, Mary. And actually, the Italians, including Ubaldo especially, they all went down to the court after Pennetta beat Halep in the semifinals. They thought you thought you were as good as gold. Panetta's in the final. Then we get Vinci toppling Serena Williams, and they have and the Italian journalists, led by Ubaldo, greeted both those players after those victories on the stadium court. It was pretty remarkable. Never seen anything like it, and I don't think you'll ever have it so good in the rest of your career.
No, they will not kiss me anymore. They will not kiss me anymore.
But I thought it was very refreshing, Mary, what happened there last year.
Of course it was.
To have them square off in the final, and nobody anticipated it, and Pennetta ends her career with a Grand Slam tournament triumph. What could be better?
And Vinci is still going.
She is.
Vinci is still going, and I wanted just to tell you that when I started Roland Garros, my career in '76, and Panatta won it, I thought that every other year we would have seen some Italians in the final. Unfortunately, I had to wait until 2010 to see Schiavone in Roland Garros. And the US Open last year, nobody could believe it. And my compatriot, Matteo Renzi, was the Italian premier, rent, the official airplane to come over here and watch the final.
Wow, that's big. And as we said, so Vinci, she's won now 2 rounds, and she's 33 years old. She probably won't win this or get to the final again, but it's a nice story. Let me ask you again, and again, you covered plenty of Fed Cups when the U.S. was ruling.
Yes.
The Italian Fed Cup team, I mean, they've won 4 times. They won in 06, 09, 2010, 2013. As you said, Ubaldo, I mean, you thought Panetta was going to be this great thing to write about, and now it's been more Panetta and Vinci. And why did these Italian women respond so well to playing for their country?
Well, first of all, it was a great team because there were 4 players, not just 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So if someone couldn't play, there was someone else replacing. Then they were good also in doubles. Panetta has been #1 of the world in doubles with Dulco. Vinci and Errani have made a career Grand Slam.
Yes.
So, I mean, that is already 1 point that you always had to win almost.
Yes.
You were always favorite. And then having 4 players, I mean, while you Americans, when Serena or Venus, you
Americans, he says,
you bloody Americans like Steve Flink.
Like this guy.
This guy, how can I bury him all the time next to me? But he's, he's wearing, he's elegant every time. I have to compete with him. I have to put a tie, a jacket, because if not, these Americans.
It's the first time you've done it this tournament.
Well, this.
We thank you for cleaning up your act.
Yeah. Well, fashion. I mean, Italians don't like to be second in fashion.
Of course not.
But anyway, so to go back to the subject, yes, I mean, the women have been incredible.
They've been great.
And we don't know why. No, really, because they went, Sara Errani went when she was 12 years old to Bollettieri.
Yes.
And she didn't speak 1 word of English. So very, very courageous, brave.
Yes.
I mean, for an Italian girl,
Italian
mammoni.
women.
We are mammoni. We have the mothers, the spaghetti, the cooking. We don't want to leave home. And she was brave. She went to America at 12 years old. She went to Spain at 14 years old, and she has always been abroad. Panetta went to Spain.
Yeah.
Schiavone went to Spain. Yes. Vinci went to Sicily. Well, she had a boyfriend who was in Sicily.
Well, but this could take a while. We'll talk about this more in the commercial. We have to leave the Daily Spin right now, but thank you so much, Steve Flink, Ubaldo Scanagatta.
Grazie.
And thank you especially, Fabio Fonini.
How are you?
Or something.